All right, let's get started by connecting Canva to Claude. I already have Claude open and ready to go. I'm using the web version right now, but you can also use the desktop version if you have that installed. Don't worry, you can do this on a free account too. I'm just using my regular setup here. Let's move forward by clicking on this plus sign. You'll notice there are connectors available. I already have Drive and Gmail connected. To manage connectors, simply head over to Manage Connectors, and at the top, just click this plus. In the Browse Connectors section, you can see all the available options, and you can even search through them. Claude offers around 150 curated connectors organized by categories like productivity tools, communication tools, design tools like Canva, developer tools, and more. The list just keeps growing. For this demonstration, I'll be using Canva because it's visual, and you'll be able to see the results directly, which makes it easier to understand the process. I don't even need to search for Canva since it's right here. I'll click on Canva, and you'll notice the Connect button. Click on that and follow the process to connect your account by allowing the necessary permissions. Once done, you'll see Canva added here. I want to point out that you can disconnect Canva at any time by clicking on it, which will remove the connection. You can also check the different permissions for any app you've connected. You can customize these settings for when things need approval, so take a look and adjust them as needed. When I go back and start a new chat, you'll notice Canva is now in the connectors list and it's toggled on. Make sure you have it toggled on or it won't work. I also see an option to add from Canva here. All right, it's time for the prompt. Let's begin with something impressive. I'll ask Claude to create an entire presentation in Canva from just one sentence. I'll say, create a 5-slide Canva presentation about AI tools every teacher should know in 2026. I'll add that I want a clean, modern style with a blue and white color scheme. Let's submit it. See, Claude recognizes it needs Canva for this task. It's working using the MCP protocol behind the scenes. At this point, it has an outline ready and just asks if I like it or if I'd like to customize it. I'll go ahead and click on Generate Design and Submit. Now it's communicating with Canva's servers to create the design, and soon I'll receive a link to click on. Look at this! Here are 4 design options for the presentation. Take a look and choose one that best matches the clean, modern feel you're aiming for. Once you pick a favorite, I'll add it to your Canva account so you can further edit it. I have 4 options here to choose from. I'll select the first one, and you'll see the different slides in it. I can open it directly in Canva by clicking Open Link, which saves it to my account. From here, I can edit any of the information to make changes. With the presentation chosen, let's try something new. I'll say, take that presentation and resize it for an Instagram story, LinkedIn post, and Facebook cover. Export all 3 as PNGs. I'll go to Always Allow. From just that one sentence, it resized the presentation. If I scroll down, I see the Instagram story formatted correctly as PNG exports. I have slide 1 ready. You can edit this in Canva just like before. It adjusted the design to fit the required aspect ratios, just like with the LinkedIn post. If I open it, it's formatted to fit properly. I'm currently logged into my free Canva account, and I've run out of my resize limit. I should switch to my other account. I wasn't paying attention when I initially did the connector setup. Now, for this last prompt, let me show you a different side of MCP. Claude can search through your existing Canva workspace. If I say search my Canva workspace for any presentation related to marketing strategy and give me a summary, Claude will search my workspace and summarize the relevant designs without me opening Canva. I don't have to scroll through dozens of projects. It found what I needed and provided the details. This is what makes MCP so powerful. Claude isn't just a chatbot anymore. It integrates with your actual tools and data, creating, reading, searching, and taking actions all from one convenient place. Let me walk you through this. I'm in the desktop app, and at the top, I have Chat, Coworker, and Code available. Now, I'll go to Settings. Once open, you'll see Extensions on the left-hand side. Here you can browse extensions and see the curated list available. You can do what we did before, either sort through or explore different categories. Once you find something you want, like Figma, you can click on it and choose Install. Click Install again, and it only takes a few seconds. It's that easy. Once installed, you can also uninstall it if needed. It's all enabled here. I now have this one installed on my computer. In Claude Desktop, I'll head back to Settings and scroll down to Extensions. Now it's time to check developer settings. Click Add Config, which opens a Claude Desktop config JSON file. Let's open it. I'm just going to double-click and open it in Notepad. Inside, you'll add a block of code that directs Claude to the MCP server and explains how to connect. Simply copy and paste the provided code snippet, save the file, restart Claude Desktop, and the new tool will show up. Here's something interesting. If you're using Claude Code and the VS Code extension, you can add MCP servers here too. Press Ctrl, Shift, and P. Search for Add Server, and there it is. Choose HTTP, paste the URL, give it a name, and you're connected. The same MCP protocols work seamlessly across Claude Web, Claude Desktop, and Claude Code. I won't dive into a full walkthrough of the manual setup in this video because for most people, the first method we explored is the best way to go.